It's a little dark out here, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. So we're about to go in your room. It's thundering and lightning outside tonight.
Tell them what time is it? I don't even know.
Oh, yeah, what time is it? It's about 12:40 right now, I think.
In the morning.
12:40 in the morning. Wednesday. Getting crunked to some Mike Jones on the record player. Woo! Who is Mike Jones?
Most people that know me probably wouldn't consider me a rap fan, but this is a good album.
Wouldn't consider you a rap fan?
I would highly doubt it. But this is a good album, you know. I try to keep
Well, as everybody can see on YouTube and Facebook, you're still doing a lot of metal.
Yeah, I'm recording my demo right now, so it's been pretty exciting.
Recording the
a
demo.
little stressful, but Charles
doing
is the engineer here, so it's been real exciting.
It's been a lot of fun, definitely. So what do you think's like, what's your favorite thing about, what drives you to write these particular kinds of songs that you write, and coming up with that kind of inspiration over and over again to put yourself in that different world for your projects?
It's a hard question.
Maybe familiarize everybody with exactly what you're singing about on this project.
A lot of my music and lyrics are inspired by medieval subjects that, you know, mostly the Arthurian legend, but I incorporate other things into that.
Absolutely.
Just very medieval, very metal, you know. But I guess it's just that desire to escape from reality, I guess is what it boils down to. You know, that desire to be somebody else, you know, for a little while, kind of, you know, escape from your daily life.
But tell me, what are some things that like inspire you constantly to stay in that epic world where it's primitive, it's medieval, it's not this reality? How do you get there and stay there for a few moments or a few hours to, you know, record?
It's either there or it's not, and I have to be in the right mindset. Usually I can just kind of let my mind take me to that place.
Right.
And usually, you know, the guitar will take me there, or I'll have some lyrics or something, you know. I listen to a lot of music too, so I try to just get constant inspiration from other bands, you know. That's the main thing, other bands.
Other bands. Well, so just drop some names for us.
Well, I got some good ones over here on the wall.
Alright, let's check it out.
Inquisition, Immortal.
Inquisition. They look like a pair. And then this is Immortal. They kind of keep on the lyrically they stay in that kind of medieval tone for you. Inquisition. So they sing about demons and stuff.
Well, they're influenced by early music, and that's something that I'm influenced by as well. So,
And by early music, you mean
music from the Middle Ages.
Yeah, this record's classic, man. Brings me back to about,
Remember those days?
yeah, about senior year, I think. So, alright, well, why don't, since I've been, you know, helping you record most of the project, why don't you talk about, what it's like to have to play drums, guitar, do the vocals, and possibly write bass lines yourself and perform them, and that the record is all live. There's no looping, there's no triggers used. You know, why don't you just talk a little bit about your process? Bringing the song to, you know, a finished, like, music file that everybody can listen to.
It's a lot of pressure, but it's exciting, and it's all worth it. Usually I just, you know, I have to come up with the drums because I like to record the drums first.
Absolutely.
And then from there we do guitars, and then vocals, and then supposed to be having one of my friends play bass on the demo, which I'm pretty excited about. So we'll see how that goes. But it's just a lot of, you know, I kind of just have to, sometimes I have to just kind of go off the cuff a little bit and just, you know, come up with something right on the spot. So it definitely gets my adrenaline going.
The fact that you said you like to do drums first, do you feel like drums is a real, the base of your songs, or not base, but the foundation for your songs? I mean, being a drummer too, originally, do you feel like that's, part of your process is having to write the drum parts so you can record the song?
The drums is like the skeletal system. It's like the blueprint. It just brings it to life. I mean, there's been times in the past when I've recorded, like guitar first, and I've gone back and done the drums. But I think it's better to do the drums first, as most, people are aware of.
Right.
But we just have to kind of try things. Like, you know how it is. A lot of trial and error, but usually something good comes out by the end.
Did you think those scratch tracks we did the first few days were pretty raw?
Atrocious.
Atrocious.
But, very important.
Let me ask you this. What kind of sound are you trying to get for this project, this demo, this record? What's the kind of sound you're trying to achieve?
I want it to be very natural sounding, very warm sounding, untriggered, unprocessed. Not a lot of people. I shouldn't say not a lot, but I think a lot of people's ears are trained for more processed, more slick sounding kind of music. I kind of want to take it back a little ways, more like the kind of just like the old demo sound. That good sound you get your first demo, and you're just like,
yeah,
very natural sounding. Kind of influenced by all kinds of bands that have natural sound.
So it sounds like you keep the process fairly basic and simple, and that seems to be working for you.
Yeah, certainly.
How many songs we got tracked now? Almost two whole songs,
yeah.
Just missing bass lines.
Yes, 2 songs.
Would you say being prolific is something that you have to work at, or is it hard to be prolific and because we are trying to finish up this project?
I think
I shouldn't say finish up because we just got started, but we're trying to keep progressing and keep recording new songs, as much as we can. So I understand you said there's a lot of pressure on you to do all the parts, but do you find it hard to stay, prolific?
I find it very hard, but it's just it's a matter of just getting to that place where you can let it flow and where it comes natural. But you just gotta. It shouldn't be like a job, you know what I mean? It should be something exciting. And that's what it is, But yeah, it's hard to be prolific. Like I'd probably say I can only write like one. I can only write one full song probably within 1 month's time. I can't. Usually I have to work on a song for months and months. But since the recording process has started, I've had to kind of take it up a notch. Be a little more prolific, I guess.
Let me just remind everybody, you can check this video out and other videos at youtube.com/CharlesMarlowe27, or just find Andrew or myself on Facebook, and you'll be able to find the links or the
Uther
videos.
will have a Facebook too in the near future.
Uther? So this is still the name of the project?
I didn't even say the name of the project, but yeah, it's called Uther. Uther Pendragon.
We're running out of time, but why don't you, because YouTube does give us a limit here, but why don't you just go ahead and tell everybody, just give us a little bit more insight into your actual songwriting process. Specifically about lyrics is what I would like to hear about. But fitting that with riffs and. So how does the process go? And is it the same every time?
It's not always the same. Usually, I just kind of have to sit down with the guitar and just wait, for something to come. Oftentimes I'll have to go out in the woods to come up with some, interesting lyrics. Nature is a big influence as well, other than music. I mean, nature gives me that feeling I can let loose and just kind of let things speak to me. I don't have to be thinking so hard about everything. But usually I'll come up with a little brief story, pertaining to certain characters of the Arthurian legend. I'll kind of have to go on that and mix that with other fantasy aspects, And the winter in Syracuse is a great inspiration as well for lyrics.
So you are looking forward to winter?
Can't wait.
Can't wait. Well, I mean, it sounds like
You keep talking.
it definitely yeah, that record brings me back, man. It sounds like you definitely have an idea of what you're trying to reach musically, and I mean, I've been able to tell through each time we try to do a take. Some songs are harder to record than others, but what's this, a record collection you got over here?
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out a good album.
So yeah, again, just look for us on YouTube. My name is Charles Marlowe, and this is my brother Andrew Marlowe. And
I got a good one here.
yeah, just youtube.com/CharlesMarlowe27. Check it out on Facebook. I'm gonna be posting more videos about Andrew's project, and I hope you all have a good night. Thanks.